My question is it a must to go through courtship as a Christian when I already know the will of the Lord? You see, knowing the will of the Lord is one thing, doing the will of the Lord is another thing. So let me give a breakdown of how a Christian chooses relationship. A Christian chooses relationship by the conviction of heart. All right, we don't strictly choose relationship of observation. We choose, the point of observation is when we choose to align with the will of the Lord. For example, the Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, not to be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. So you see, my observation is to align with the will of the Lord. So I want to see if you are a believer. All right, but at the end of the day, the core point of my choice is the conviction of God in my spirit that you are the one I should do life with. Now, having done that, what's the place of courtship? And I've thought about it on this channel, several videos. I encourage you to check it out. All right, so now, what's the point of courtship? The point of courtship is to try to understand what God has given. All right, because you see, if you get into marriage without courtship, the truth is you are going to cut inside of the marriage. And what is courtship? Courtship is that process where I begin to uncover who this person is. I relate enough to appreciate what I'm dealing with. You see, courtship is the process where, okay, although I have the conviction of God in my heart, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your inclinations? See, courtship is what helps me. And ultimately, let me even say this, courtship is also the time where you verify what you have chosen. Because sometimes in the middle of courtship, some people just realize that that thing that I thought I knew, I did not know Jack. All right, that I chose wrongly. Do you get what I mean? So it's important, and that's why I teach that rush can crush. All right, courtship affords you that opportunity. Another thing courtship affords you the opportunity to do is you give the spiritual and natural authorities in your life the opportunity to interrogate your choice. And sometimes that is how you are even corrected for what you thought God convinced you to do. Because you see, God places these authorities in our lives to help us. The Bible says in the multitude of counsel, there's safety. Do you get what I mean? So it's extremely important that courtship be deployed, and courtship is also the time where you finalize the preparation for marriage, not just wedding. So that's why we also urge that the courtship period should not be so short that all you could do with it is to plan a wedding. Because you see, you need to plan life, not just a wedding. Do you get what I mean? So courtship is very important, and I encourage you to see our books. 3 key books you should see that would help you on the subject. Number 1, hobby and wifey checklist, questions you must answer before you say I do. Number 2, help I'm in love. Number 3, knowing God's will for marriage. All available on Seller or lulu.com. Lulu, anywhere in the world you can get paperback copies. All right, so I encourage you to look at that.